Alright, so welcome back. Let's get this straightened out here again. Alright, so we're going to move on with some more sketchbook commentary. Thanks for clicking. So this is from the previous page here. This is a weird cassowary dinosaur mutant thing. You can see. And then this is the weird goose one. I assume he's like an aquatic, like almost baryonyx looking guy, which that's kind of how the Spinosaurus ended up looking once they found more bones. The Spinosaurus actually started kind of looking like a weird cross between a crocodile and a duck, so maybe I was onto something there. Then over here we got a weird caveman dude with a spear next to, looks like a spaceship. I don't know. I don't know about this at all. I'm not sure. I mean, he's got a nice butt, I guess. And then the spaceship looks kind of cool, like the Bespin cloud flyers or whatever they're called. Cloud cars. Those are kind of a cool design. Alright, so over here, here's another shot of this guy. Looks like he's got a sword now, so he's advanced a little bit. He's still got that shield, very, almost looks like African design or something. Over here we got I don't know. I have this weird obsession with like apes and mandrills and stuff like that. So you see a lot of apes and a lot of gorillas and mandrills and stuff in my artwork. A lot of loincloths, that kind of stuff. I like swords and sorcery type stuff. I don't know. He's got kind of a cool sword on his back, and I bet he's strong enough to use it. This might be an early Jungle Joe, or Joe the gorilla. I used to draw myself as a gorilla, any kind of weird furry thing. I don't know. I just thought Joe was a perfect name for a gorilla, and I felt like a 500-pound gorilla sometimes, like I just didn't fit in. So. But we'll be seeing more of that later. But yeah, these little guys, I don't know. There was a post-apocalyptic world that I was kind of playing around with, sort of like Thundar the Barbarian or something, with different like races. I'm sure the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes movie was coming out or something too, so I was probably interested in seeing that. So these guys are Mandrels, and I have this like weird, like, I don't know if there's a name for it, but maybe hydrill or something. They were like a cross between humans, mandrills, and hyenas, so they're kind of scary, like creatures that lived out in the world and would hunt you down and get you. Well, speaking of which, here's a weird mutant dude. I think like one of his like toes just like grew out real huge out of the side of his leg there. And when you're drawing things like this, it's real fun because you don't have to worry about anatomy. You can just draw whatever. Just a weird low mutant from the whatchamacallit, the Dark Tower series. And here's the weird Mandrill, half whatevers, just chilling out. And here's one of the Mandrills with his cute little butt, and he's fighting one of the gorilla guys. Yep. And here's here's the female Mandrills and then the male Mandrill, and it looks like he's got a weird like spiked ball or something, I don't know. But they're just kind of like hanging out by a tree, being naked, messing with my my PG-13 status on this channel a little bit. Hey, they're animals. It's okay. They can be naked. I guess. I don't know. And around this time, you know, speaking of messing with my PG-13 status, around this time, Heavy Metal 2000 was coming out, and I was kind of obsessed with it a little bit. I wanted to see it, and it ended up having a really awesome soundtrack, but a really crappy movie, unfortunately. But yeah, the designs from it are still pretty badass. Is it Kevin Eastman that did that? I'm pretty sure it was Kevin Eastman who did the designs. He's also a guy who was, you know, he kind of came up with the design we all love for Lobo and stuff like that. And of course, he's married, or he was married. I don't know what his status is on whether or not he's still married to Julia. Is it Julie or Julia? Julie Strain, who's just a gorgeous model who poses for lots of art, and he loves to paint her in all kinds of costumes. So, and then she was also in a movie called How to Make a Monster, which was pretty awesome. I'll just say that. And then this was like a design from the artwork for it, where this guy is like got a weird robot gun or something. I don't know. Eastman's art is just really cool. And here's some more stuff. Here's the weird caveman guy again. You know, again, I don't know. Maybe it was kind of like a Kumandi, the last man, or last boy kind of thing, where he was the last human in a world filled with like weird mutants or something. Not sure. But now he's got a sword and an axe, and he looks a little bit more like he's black, maybe, and he's got dreadlocks, of course, because dreadlocks are cool. I don't know what was wrong with me back then. Just an obsession with dreadlocks, because dreadlocks are cool, I guess. There you go. And, you know, this is one of those things where I kind of wish I hadn't drawn on both sides of the page, because I think this would look a lot better. But you see, we have the brundlefly from Fly 1 and brundlefly 2 from the Fly 2, and I think they're both really cool. I think I was probably looking right at the toy I had of brundlefly when I drew this, and then of course there wasn't a toy of from the Fly 2, so this was all from memory. But I think they turned out pretty good, if I do say so myself. Brundlefly is kind of a sad... Oh god, that movie. It's where the stories about what was the Cronenbergs from Rick and Morty. If you want to know where they came up with the idea for the Cronenbergs from Rick and Morty, watch the original Fly movie, and you get a sense of that. This looks like I poochied up Knuckles a little bit. Yeah, he's wearing some 90s hip hop wear, just and some whatever, those round frame sunglasses that I for some reason thought were really cool. Wow, look at that guy. Poochied up. So this is quite a page here. We got lots of things to look at here. Different bat creatures. Looks like the toebacks, nocturnal scavengers, sneak up on sleeping animals. Blah blah blah. Overkill of senses, night vision, and infrared, and echolocation. And he's got the Bartoons. Oh, that's what I called him. That's a dumb name. Sickly baboon-like good climbers, walks on 2 legs, runs on 4. Males use clubs and rocks as weapons. Females get nothing. Oh, sexism. Scavengers, hunters, omnivores. Males are brightly colored like mandrills, have more muscle mass, get better because they get better food. Ugh, again, sexism. Just, wow. Okay, yeah, that was me in the year 2000, folks. Well, here's this thing. This is the Ravator, which is apparently what I called them before I settled on Paraptorkeet. Evolved from parrots, can talk in their own language and broken English. English being the GURPS version of Common, the GURPS role-playing system. Colorful plumage, drools a lot. Solitary except when raising young. Woe to he who meets a mated pair. Oh my god, the way I wrote back then. Powerful leaper, jumps 20 feet up, 50 feet wide. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and then we got the Mekili. They're small rodents. Darshaks. They're looks like armored fish. Got a weird old saber-toothed tiger bear looking thing. We got some hyena-looking dudes with fins on their back. Just all kinds of weird creatures. And, these guys look like, God, what was that movie that just came out on Netflix? Whatever. They look like super pigs. Ugly-looking like, got weird, like, frog eyes. That's not cute. That's just sad. Why would you do that, Joe? Why would you draw something so sad? Alright. More of this guy up on top. More of the weird caveman dude. And his shield. And then I was way into Shadow Man, which may explain my obsession with, like, dreadlocks. Shadow Man was like a voodoo guy. He's a comic book hero and video game character who had like powers like made by voodoo or whatever. So he's covered in Veve tattoos and whatnot. So I was like trying to design what his tattoos would look like. And this guy has a chainsaw because I was also obsessed with Evil Dead. So I guess he's a voodoo chainsaw warrior with... He's got Xylo Castor's face. That's kind of what his face paint looks like when it's not crazy. But yeah. Moving right along. And then this guy with the hook, I don't know, that might be from Nightmare Creatures from the Dreamcast or something. I don't know. It kind of looks like it. I kind of like the Nightmare Creatures series. Looks like he's got like a spare limb that he can use if he needs to. That's got a gun on it. Maybe a little bit of Western dude who's in the DC universe. Can't remember his name right now. I'll probably remember it later on when this video's off and I'm not annoying you with my poor memory. But I'm sure those of you who know who I'm talking about, yeah, he kind of looks like that, right? Right, okay. And then down here, so the Shadow Man symbol on his chest, I always thought it looked kind of like a bathroom door sign. So, like, I wanted to, like, redesign it as a kind of voodoo Veve. Veve, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but they are the white marks that you draw on the ground when you're performing a voodoo ritual or whatever, depending on what Loa or deity you wanna commune with or appeal to. So I came up with this design that basically looks like the Shadow Man thing. So So you get the idea. Alright, so next time we will talk about what's on this page. And again, thanks for watching. I know you got a lot of choices when it comes to YouTube content, so thanks for clicking on mine. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.